Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Doing the next lesson, lesson 5 called Move It. A lot of things that are going to start happening now, ladies and gentlemen. So it's very, very, very important that we keep paying attention to close to detail. We already took that practice start. We're looking great. You know, we need to keep trying and trying and trying. There's a lot of potential if we just keep on trying. Okay, let's start going. Don't waste time. Transforming linear functions. Before we do that, let's go over this warm-up. Looking at this warm-up, all our classes, and we talked about it in our little meeting. See if this works. All of our classes should be able to do that. We all should be able to do that because this is on our math here. This is our repetition of substituting. We should be getting used to substituting some numbers into the equation right there. Let me highlight it. If you have an extra sheet of paper, I would definitely do it. Well, it's not gonna let me do it. It won't let me do it only because, dang it. It's not going to let me do it only because I need my mouse in order to highlight. But that's okay, let me get it real quick. Apologies. Highlight this guy real quick, boom. That's our equation, okay? This is our linear equation specifically. So we're gonna substitute 3 into there and then we start doing some wonderful arithmetic. Here we go. So for starters, we should recognize that the inside the parentheses is x, meaning that that 3 is also x. After that, we're gonna finish off the sentence, -2. Instead of the x, we're not using x no more, we're using 3 in parentheses, -5. Now, would encourage us to be able to do the arithmetic, -2 times 3, so on, -5, all that great stuff, but some of us still need a little bit of help, which is no problem. We're gonna make sure that we get the right answer no matter what. Take out your calculators, your TI-84s. Let me bring out mine real quick. Give me 1 second. Oh my God, I have so much mess here and there, everywhere. Sorry. Hold on, hold on, hold on. There we go. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Waiting for it, here we go. All right, gonna take this portion, -2 parentheses 3 parentheses -5. Make sure you can label correctly. Gonna do that real quick. When I read it, I'm reading negative, that looks like a W, -2 and then -5. Double checking your calculator, -2 parentheses 3 parentheses -5 to get out our value of -11. So at h of 3, our answer is -11. There are multiple ways to doing this, but of course I want to show you a little bit of arithmetic, a little bit of substitution, just to get our minds flowing easy by easy. These next 3 are at a higher level. I'm going to take a snippet of this real quick so we could do it on a separate page. Definitely, definitely, definitely write this on a separate sheet of paper, please. Gonna do the first problem real quick. Trying to get out of this. It's not letting me. There we go. It's still there, but that's okay. So, the first one. I'm gonna erase this real quick so we can just talk about number 2, number 3. This video is gonna, I'm trying to cut it short, but just the warm-up, just because I think it's very interesting and I would love for a lot of us to be at this level. Number 2 is stating we're going to multiply 2 times whatever this is. Before we do this part, we need to recognize that this is a piece. This is a piece. The 2 times is a piece. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. So we have h of negative 2 equals, from the question, it was negative 2 parentheses 2 minus 5. We do the arithmetic. Can't exit out of here because I need it for my calculator. But for my rock stars, my all stars, PEMDAS distribution first. Negative 2 times 2. Take out your calculator. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Bring down this minus 5. Oh, I messed up. See, this is where I miss the kids inside the class sometimes. That's okay. Right here is x. It's supposed to be negative 2 inside also. That was my fault. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Negative 2 times negative 2. Negative, negative is positive. 2 times 2 is positive 4. Bring down the minus 5. Almost done. H of negative 2 equals all this beautiful stuff. 4 minus 5. If you have 4 fingers and you're taking 5 away, you can't do that. That's a negative number. We get negative 1. Use your calculator if necessary. Gonna put this right here. After that, 2 times negative 1 equals negative 2. And that's my answer for number 2. A little bit of extra work. If you got it, wonderful. If you didn't get it, don't worry about it. Just make sure you can do the first one. Going on to number 3. Pause it if you need to. Make sure you pause it. Copy this work on a separate sheet of paper. Going on. Doing number 3. Canceling out 4. Canceling out 2. Same process, ladies and gentlemen. We're using this part first. It's negative 1 times whatever this number is plus 5. Let's do this first. H of 1 is telling me to do negative 2 parentheses 1 minus 5. Negative 2 times 1 does give me a negative 2. Bring down that minus 5. Negative 2 minus 5. Sometimes I have troubles with negatives. Don't be afraid to grab that calculator. Negative 2 minus 5 does give me a negative 7. So instead of H1, I'm going to put negative 7 over here. And I do the same thing. PEMDAS says to go from left to right, starting with multiplication. Negative 1 times a negative 7 turns into a positive. 1 times 7, 7. Bring down that plus 5. We can all add that, hopefully. 7 plus 5 fingers, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's my answer for number 3. Take a second, pause the video if you need to. Of course, copy it. Give you a second. Moving on in a second. 1. Here we go. And the last one, number 4. Again, another great problem, just like number 3. The difficulty is there. Now, you might see that we're not using a calculator. Calculator can't be used because I have a screenshot. Of course, you have a calculator in your hand. You have a calculator on the Chromebook. Most definitely use that. Number 4 is stating we're going to multiply 5 times whatever this is plus 5 at the end. Let's do this real quick. H of 0 equals negative 2 parentheses 0 minus 5. I know that your elementary teachers have always told you anything times 0 gives me 0. Bring down the minus 5. 0 minus 5, we can't make it positive because that's going to look like a negative. We got negative 5. H of 0 is negative 5. We're not done. Negative 5 goes right here. PEMDAS 5 times 5. 5 times negative 5, sorry. Positive negative is negative. 5 times 5 is 25. Bring down that plus 5. Calculator if you need to, because that's kind of hard. Negative 25 plus 5 gives me negative 20. And this is the answer for number 4. Little fast, rewatch it if you need to. Most definitely take your time, get another scratch sheet of paper. This is a great warm up. But of course, like I said, make sure you can at least do number 1. Number 1 is definitely on the STAR test, and we want you to pass that STAR test. Number 1 is the most important one. Exit on 3, 2, 1. Coming back over here to the notes. Very good. Like I said, focus on the first one. Let's see what's next. Getting started means next video.